I want to know who the strongest hero in Marvel Rivals is. And of course, the most bulletproof way of testing this is to 6-stack copies of every hero in the new Free Fight arcade mode and have them battle it out in a double elimination tournament. Sadly, this mode won't let us pick maps, but we'll try to balance teams by choosing offense and defense as rationally and as reasonably as we can. Every week, the top 2 from each role will be selected to compete in the grand finals against all the other roles for the ultimate prize of becoming my next lord. Last week's video saw an upset in the tanks tournament, but today it's the supports, starting with the 2 little guys, Jeff versus Rocket. We've got like a shared collective IQ of like 3. All of their brain cells are competing for second place. Here we go. What will be different about this? Oh, a lot more damage. P-Lab's taking a big hit there. Rockets have a much better damage profile overall, but the Jeffs have a lot better range. Ooh, Jeff's kind of cleaning up right now. The Rockets, the Rockets are mounting a comeback. With the BRBs, they are able to comfortably hold themselves down, keep themselves up. But for how long is the question? P-Labs pops down the ult. They're going in. Open fire. Oh, they still go. Oh, all of them are dead. Oh my gosh, all of them just went down. Blood going for something here. Gets 2, our first successful scoop. Will it matter though, because the Rockets are able to use their BRBs to get back. Does get the kills, but do they get the respawn is the question. It does not look like they do. That's an actual death. More damage being flooded in here. The Rockets comfortably holding their ground. The Jeffs got to come up with a different plan or else they're going to get knocked out. They're funneling the damage into the Rockets' ults. They just get so much of a faster run back as the Rockets only need to just keep a BRB up. The Jeffs need to start assassinating the backline if they're going to get anything here. The Rockets can kind of play like different roles. You can have DPS Rockets, healing Rockets, and like BRB protection Rockets. Again, avoiding most of that in there, not getting anything. Resistance only able to grab 1 as he's getting gunned down by the Rockets. Barely does not get it. Morph going in for an ult here, seeing if he can grab anything. Again, whips absolutely all of them. Blood Red trying to follow up. Gets 2. Actually, he's able to secure up 2. He's escaping. Can he get to the ledge in time? 2 seconds. It does not look like he's going to get it. He just simply tries to just gun him down. But they're able to patty cake themselves. And Jeff takes the dive, pun fully intended. Jeff is the first entry in the loser's bracket. He will have 1 more shot later in the video to climb his way to victory before he's eliminated forever. Before we continue, drop in the comments which support you think wins this, and like other comments you agree with, and then subscribe if it's not too much trouble. Thanks. Now, let's see if Rocket can hold his own against the previously banned from competing hero, Loki. Stack. How many is this? 18, right? Ooh, a Loki goes down pretty quickly. There's so much coverage. Look how many freaking Lokis there are already. Holy crap. Okay. 1 immortality field is all it really takes. The Lokis are kind of struggling, but neither team is really taking anything right now. They're trying to put what damage they can. Can Loki punch through all of the healing that Rocket can punch out? Is the question. Like, sure, they can heal and they can stay alive themselves, but can they actually get any kills? Again, Lokis continue to fall. Despite a small army on Loki's side, literally a 3 times advantage. Ult going down. I think they're just too trickled right now. Dude, Rocket is having no issues right now. 90% with literally nothing on the Loki side. He's just getting run down. He's getting run down by a freaking pod of trash pandas. Wow. The fight begins. Okay, they got some of the ults. Okay, all right. Loki actually securing up the first zone. Okay. That small lead that Loki had slowly being taken out. All right, Rocket secures the zone back in his possession. Okay. They're continuing to try to see what they can get here. Oh, finally secures up a kill. I think it says something that the best chance that the Lokis have is when they're playing as Rocket themselves. Easily taking it out. In a bad position without his regeneration field up. Oh my gosh, dude. All right. I fully thought Loki was going to take this, but dude, Rocket is showing up in a dominant fashion right now. Easily clearing out one after the other after the other. They just can't get them off of the zone, dude. They just can't get them off of the zone. And that's it. Dude, there's no way. Genuinely shocked that Rocket not only took that, which is impressive enough, but took it in such a dominant fashion. Amazingly, Loki is sent to losers and Rocket moves on. Next up is last tournament's winner, Mantis, versus the new kid on the block, Ultron. It's nature versus machine. Mantises are getting ready to engage. It begins. Okay, standing still is a great way to throw. You should stand still more if you want to lose. They're able to keep each other alive, but not able to secure kills. Ultron not having any trouble dispatching the Mantises. Not having any trouble dispatching the Mantises. Nature versus machine. And the machines are winning in a handy fashion. Since trying to do what he can to land shots, and he is the lord of this team. Trying to land asleep, not really getting anything with it. Predator King dropping down the ult. Forced out the ult themselves. Brutal Cheese going to follow up. Oh, not getting anything. P-Labs on the follow-up potentially. Snowstar also pops it out, but the Mantises do have ults. The double ult from both P-Labs and Snowstar, able to push through the ults. They're living. The Mantises are slowly pushing them back. Can they take control of the zone? Another one bites the dust. It's not looking good. They can't land the shots. DPC dropping down the ults. Mantis is barely holding on to overtime right now. Not able to grab any of the sleeps. Existence trying to get what he can. They're falling one after the other after the other. Trying to get damage wherever they can. They just can't punch through it. They just can't do it. Ultron, one after the other in, and that will do it. Unless they can somehow get back in time. Nope, that will do it. It's so hard to get through all of it. Meanwhile, Mantis operates more like a buff, and they're just going down one after the other after the other. Damn, clean shots out of Ultra. Should be able to keep themselves successfully damage boosted. Oh, Existence does grab one of them. The ult popping out. If they can get them separated. Oh, here we go. Oh, hold up. Pungent and EM grabbing huge kills here. Oh my gosh. Mantis mounting a comeback. Ults are still capable of holding out on deck if need be. Some of the Mantises are starting to fall. Another one drops. Ultra is still chilling on his ult if need be. Popping it out right now, trying to clean up the rest of the kills. Ends up assisting on 2, 80%. Jumping in to try to jump onto the zone. Ian also comboing with it. There's no way they're punching through all that. But it's a very expensive exchange here. They've got to secure kills. They've got to get kills. The Mantis is struggling. Slowly dropping. Laser beam after laser beam. They're still holding on. Somehow they're still holding on. As one of the Mantises finally drops. Pungent is still holding on though. The team running back to try to get to the zone. Ellie goes down. Ian trying to touch and just barely doesn't get it in time. In a shocking turn of events, the previous champion Mantis is sent to the losers bracket. We will see if she can reclaim her title. Now for two high healing powerhouses, Cloak and Dagger versus Luna Snow. Meanwhile, Light and Dark. Teddy needs help. As they're struggling, Luna's struggling. Oh, Luna's the first to drop here. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, dude. What is this damage? Look at their health bars. Dude, they're getting dropped so fast. Holy crap. What the hell? Gamer does have ults. One of the ults is already out. Do they continue to push their advantage here, or do they just let it play defense? It looks like they're playing more defensively here. Okay, Luna's definitely taking a much lower seat than we thought here, struggling big time. Here comes the ult. One of them being sent out. Comfortably controlling this zone. Luna Snow is nowhere near the point. Finally, one of the Lunas gets their ult. They're able to escort them into the point. They're moving as a group. They're actually moving forward. Trying to get what they can. Another ult comes down. Another Luna goes to counter. They're putting pressure, but they're not able to secure up kills. More ults come down as Cloak and Dagger continue. It's just support ult after support ult after support ult. They're continuing to just live everything. Neither team is dying. Double, triple Luna Snow ults. That might be a little much. Some of them can switch to damage boost without issue. Again, they're just not able to secure up any kills. And as soon as it goes down, they're gonna start dropping. Wow, dude. Dude, they drop so fast. They drop so fast. Jumping back in. Look at all of the healing bubbles, dude. Holy shit. Okay, ults are starting to come out. Yeah, exactly what I thought was happening. Look, each of them are getting focused down individually, right? It's just all four cloaks giving the dark suck one after the other. What? D&D go to sorority gang real quick. Yeah. Yeah, the K-pop team is just not able to do anything realistically about the amount of damage that's coming in. Even with like a Luna ult, I still think the Cloak and Daggers can kill them, which is insane. It's an insane amount of healing and damage. They're struggling to get anything here. Like, we've seen how many deaths have happened. Yeah, 4 deaths. 4 deaths are the only deaths that had happened on Cloak and Dagger's team. They can just stay in the ults, throw out the vulnerability, and focus fire. Okay. Some of them are starting to drop. They're dropping another ult down. That's a lot of ults being stacked on top of each other. More ults are ready to come up on deck here if they want to pop them. Lunas are trying their absolute damnedest to stay on top of everything. They're holding ground, but they're not actually able to capture anything as another Cloak and Dagger ult comes out. Double Luna ult's not great, but they can get both the healing and the healing and the damage. Again, it's overtime, but to what end? Another Cloak and Dagger ult comes down. Dude. Trying her best to stay alive right now, but for how long? Noctis is literally just trying to hide. Dude, whoa. That display of strength from Cloak and Dagger was frightening, honestly. Luna is somehow sent to losers. Now it's time for the golden boy of Flex supports to test how good Invisible Woman's latest buffs really were. Adam's point of view. Oh, big punch. They're living. Timmy's right in the front line and he goes down. Fire Falcon getting bopped back. Predator King trying to find whatever shots he can here. Another Adam goes down, but finally secures up a kill. X-Niffer's in a bad position here. He's gonna need a bit of healing. The Invis Womans are struggling. They go down. Okay, most of the Invis have fallen. Only a couple still survive as they're trying to escape out. Rokarp is alive. Trying to get on position here. Pushing the rest of the enemy team in to try to get them off the point. Actually secures up one of the kills. X-Niffer putting damage in. Actually doing a pretty good job here. Not able to get any more, unfortunately. He's in a bad position. He's separated up from the rest of the squad. Rokarp also in a bad position. Atoms are continuing to take in control zone. Most of the Atoms are very close to their ults. Invis Woman finally does have an ult of her own. Putting damage in. Brutal Cheese also has an ult as they're able to share it without too much issue. The ult goes down. Oh, but he places it wrong. All right, one of the invises drops here. Fire Falcon does have his ult up and is able to keep everyone alive. Timmy popping ult here. Predator King's chilling on his. All of the atoms either have used or have their ult. Rokarp trying to get back. Oh, Bray's not able to get it off in time. Team Invis. Rokarp, dude! Dude, there's so much damage. Finally, an ult actually sticks. That's crazy. Dude, that they barely were able to hold on to the ults. Like, they got them down and they were dead so quick.
Healing power.
All right, both teams kind of at a stalemate, but Adam slowly taking ground here. Invis ult comes out, takes big damage, but there's so much burst healing. There's so much burst healing, dude. Invises are struggling to get their spot. They're struggling to get their spot. Cycling their abilities as best they can. Rokarp very close to ult here. Got the ult down. Neither team able to actually secure up the zone. Adam's popping down their ult. Getting punched off the zone, but neither team. Okay, Adam's finally starting to take this zone. Finally starting to take this zone. As they clean out the rest of the Invis women's. Women's Invis Sue. Ult goes down. He is able to live it too. Wow, the damage, dude! It's so much damage coming out so quick. Another ult comes down. The Adam's kind of struggling with this a little bit, but there's still just so much healing. Neither team able to, oh! They're getting kills. They're getting kills. Getting the reses off here too. Invis almost has the zone. They're fighting tooth and nail. Another ult comes down. This is their last one for a little while. They've got to make something happen with it right here, right now. They're getting kills. They're actually securing kills. They actually got to control the zone. If they can hold this, they might be able to take it. They need healing. They got to be careful. They got to be careful. This woman actually able to maintain pressure. Dino also has ult. Dude, what is happening? What is happening? This is insane. Oh my gosh. The ult goes down. Rokarp very close to having his ult. People are starting to die. He's got to get it up. He's got to get it up. He gets it down. Barely. He's still holding on. The fight isn't over yet. The rotation is out of sync. They're doing what they can to stay alive. They have a little bit of time to work with here. They might be able to get another cycle set up. Oh, but they go down. Meanwhile, the Adam Warlock's immortal army continues to march. Okay, Brutal Cheese gets the ult down. Grabs a kill. Grabs another kill. Banana pops down ult. Egg Sniffer has ult. Pops it down. They're able to get him off the point. No way. Okay, they've got to get more kills. Soy Bueno in a position to potentially get an ult from the Vortex grenades. Goes down. Oh no, that was their cycle. Dino goes down. Unless they're able to hold this out, Dino needs to get back. Brutal Cheese is pretty close to the ult. He might be able to get it up. They've got to bide their time. Dino is trying to get back as quickly as he can. Brutal Cheese is trying to stay alive. And that's it. Wow. If Dino didn't die right there, that might have been it. That was insane. What a fucking match, dude. Holy cow. Adam somehow moves on. Now we've seen every support fight. Has your prediction been sent to the loser's bracket yet? Let's see if you can stay correct, because it's Ultron versus Rocket. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what they can do. Rocket's being kind of cautious, interestingly. Being kind of cautious. Putting damage in. The BRBs are coming down. Yeah, again, it's like just Rockets just cannot move the zone right now. Here we go. Titanium Cat in a much better position, able to get a lot better damage on. Rockets have yet to secure a single kill. Not a single kill has been secured. All of the Ultrons have ults. They can't get anything. The ults just keep cycling. Rocket does have an ult. How long will it last? Nobody knows. Not very long. Oh my gosh. That did not last at all. Give Free Cheese is now chilling on ults. This is sad. This is sad to watch. Rocket can do nothing. They can do nothing here. There's just a group of them lined up and they can't do anything. They can't do anything. Ultron has this so dominantly controlled. Anytime any of the Rockets break formation, they are immediately swatted. Beam Team continues to win.
This is real firepower.
That they just can't. They're trying to stall out overtime with the ults themselves. It just doesn't matter. There's just so much damage, so much healing. They're trying. And that's it. Rocket had no great options against the swarm of immortal machines. Next up, Cloak and Dagger versus Adam Warlock. In the bag, IDK, why people are betting on Cloak and Dagger, because Cloak and Dagger humiliated Luna Snow. And they open fire. Oh, big damage, but no kills. Meanwhile, on the Cloak and Dagger side, there is so much healing as they're just jousting them out at range. Beto is in a pretty bad position. He's pretty damaged, and he goes down. Oh, Adam Warlock. Oh, hold up. They actually might be cooking. They can't get him down fast enough. Oh, Synth struggling to stay alive. Got the healing point down though. He does have ults. Neski does have ults. Synth pops down the ult. Fire Falcon lets go of the ult directly on top of the point. Neski and Synth both pop down their ults. Dinoter close to follow. Pops down his ult. Oh, there it begins. So it begins. Oh my gosh. They're all dead.
Born again.
Rez comes out. Oh, huge Rez out of Banana. They re-engage, ready for round 2. Egg Sniffer ready to go. Thank you for the sub, Brucey. Iron Champ goes down. They're struggling. EVO Mid popping down the ult. The Cloaks, all of them are on Cloak. And all of them are focusing damage. Yet again. More of the healing coming out. The ult driving into the backline to try to see if they can get some of the counter. The Adams just can't kill him fast enough. Adam is not looking good. It's not looking good for Adam. That's it. That's it. Cloak and Dagger have sent Adam to his regeneration cocoon. Welcome to the winners bracket semifinals. It's a battle of the support powerhouses. Ultron versus Cloak and Dagger. We have seen Ultron completely shut down his opposition, but we've also witnessed Cloak and Dagger do things I would have thought impossible in the game. Whoever wins this guarantees a spot in the grand finals against all the other roles. Let the fight begin. The laser beams. Laser beams. Okay. Moving over to the Cloak and Daggers over here, who are able to get on point. Lots of damage able to be funneled into. Yeah, look at that. Oh! Oh! They're dropping. He's continuing to put pressure, bro. That's crazy. Ultron actually drops, yielding the point. Healing continues to funnel out. Ultra's putting down the pressure where he can. Ults coming out. Double ults. Joker and Roadcarp actually getting up some of the kills. Yo! Wow! What a huge turn of events. Ultron starting to take some of the games. It's a lot of value that the Cloak and Dagger is able to get. 60%. Okay, they're pretty heavily staggered here. That was a huge amount of percent scored. Okay, the ults come out. Ultra guiding the path. just laying it straight down into the center, putting out the damage. More continue to fall. Oh, dude, it's back and forth. Noctis decides to pop down his ult. They do have the ults down. The Cloak and Daggers do have their ults. So they're struggling to get anything dead. One after the other, after the other, after the other. They still can't secure up the kills. They still can't secure up those kills. Cloak and Dagger continues to hold zone. Rokarp does have ult. He is not going to get there in time. This is looking really good for Cloak and Dagger. With the counter ult, it's not going to do enough. They're just trying to focus it back to the healing. Yep, smart, smart, smart. Dean also has an ult here. All of them are blinded, dude. All of them are blinded. Playing a little aggressively. Trying to get what he can. It's big damage, but it's not enough. Rokarp popping down ult, point blank. Again, still not enough, dude. And the counter ult to come down. Rokarp leaves disappointed. Tail tucked between his legs. Got ults ready to go. 80%. It's not looking good for Ultron. It's not looking good for Ultron. They've been stuck up in this corner the entire game. The Cloak and Daggers slowly sweep them off the point. Joker barely able to touch the zone to get the overtime. Popping down the ult just for the sake of it. Cheese also has ult if need be. And that is it. Ultron is sent to losers and Cloak and Dagger secure their spot in the finals. But now it's time for some sweet, sweet revenge. Losers bracket. Starting off, can Jeff the Land Shark beat the Invisible Woman? Okay, they're trying to see if they can find him. Looking to see what they can get. Yeah, the Jeffs can just hold beam and able to find him pretty easily. They will be able to cycle. Evioment's a little out of position here. Able to get back in time. Dinoder not getting what he's looking for here. Okay. Okay. They're easily securing this zone. They're having a damn hard time getting anything right now. They're trying to get the Invisible Woman trying to C9 the zone here. The Invisible Woman will be forced to cycle their ults. However, the Jeffs, I think, are just going to have a better time countering here. Okay. All right. A lot of them are trying to get in position. None of them have been able to do anything to these Jeffs. This has felt like the most hopeless match. Oh, actually got a kill. No way. Ult goes down. Dinoder grabbing two. Another ult comes down because why not? And that's it. Jeff secures the game with very little resistance. All right. He grabs his own allies, a classic strategy from the Jeff. Spits him out directly on top. Yeah, they know they're winning this. They know they've got this. Oh, a Jeff actually dies. Hold up. Maybe the Jeffs have gotten a little too confident. Evioment just playing Sniper Jeff in the background here, slowly putting pressure down. Oh, almost gets down Evioment in a duel. Oh my gosh, not much of one. Oh, with the big 4-piece. Can he actually get the swallow? Not quite. Not quite. But that will be enough to finish it up. They just don't care. Ult finally comes down. Oh, 4. Well, there it goes. I like that they're trying to steal each other's kills now. They're just competing for amongst themselves. Trying to get back to the zone. Sandy Toast sees the disrespect. Okay. They do have ults. Do they try to... Okay, they got the ult down. Jeff's ready to go on ult. Hey, they got control of the zone. That's something. Immediately get gulped up. Evioment has 2. Oh, the jump. They're able to get out. Double ults again. They're getting too confident. They're competing too much for each other's kills. Okay, they've got control of the zones again. Their ego sickens me. And the Jeffs take by a turn of events I don't think anyone saw coming. Invisible Woman is out. Jeff claws his way up the bracket, but now he faces yet another juggernaut of the meta, Luna Snow. You know what that means, fish. Let's see if they have any game plan on this opening shot here. There they go. Resistance taking a bit of a wider route here. Shook Dart is already in big pain, but they're able to keep each other alive. Joker's taking some damage. They're able to keep each other up. The Snowflake's doing some work there. Meanwhile, the Jeffs are just simply funneling in the damage. Everyone's staying alive. No one's gone down. Egg Sniffer's a little bit in a dangerous position. Oh, and there they go. The Lunas are starting to drop. The Lunas are starting to drop. They're just keeping them stuck in spawn. The Lunas can't do anything. It's a similar situation to what happened with the Ultrons and Rockets. They just can't do anything about them. Trying to get some damage off, but it's just not working. There's just not enough. Continuing to take damage despite being so close to their spawn and with so many healers. Finally, a Jeff bites the dust. They're trying to just walk themselves over to the room here. Ult comes down. Cryptic has ult. Pushing in forward. They will be able to keep chaining these ults. Ults come down from the Jeffs to counter. Rokarp has all three. Will the Jeffs' hubris cause problems here? Kicklave misses. Jeff with on Egg Sniffer grabs 3. And that's a full team wipe. Ults are good. Dude, they just can't get anything. Oh, some of them are down. Hold up, hold up, hold up. They might be able to get some ground here. They're too separated out. Ult's coming down to counter. Grabs up one from the back. They're focusing their fire down. Doesn't get him, goes down in the process. Hold up. Luna might be able to take this here. Luna goes down. Existence running back. They're getting some. They're actually able to get a pip. They're actually able to get a pip. Luna ult comes down to continue the assault, but gets nothing with it as the Jeffs push them off. Able to grab one of them up. He's going to be able to easily just spin him off the side too. Doesn't even need to jump. They're slowly losing ground. Rokarp's got to make something big happen. Oh, grabs 3. That's huge. But his team is so spread out. He's got to get back to zone. The Jeffs are rushing back to zone. They're still... Bugs is still holding out. Fighting for his life. Kicklave decides not to get on zone. The Jeffs. Oh, the Jeffs are actually starting to lose. Trying to finish off. Bugs grabs 3. Can he get to the zone in time? Just able to. Yes, just able to. Trying to pick him out from the top is pretty smart here. Splashed and forced to take a retreat. Neski with a huge 4-piece. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rokarp ready to go on the follow-up. Jeff's ult's just... Guys, I'm telling you, Jeff's ult's way better than people make it out to be. They're setting up. They grab only 2, barely missing their 4ths. Clean spit, that's going to be 2. The damage continues to go in. Rokarp's able to grab 2, taking it to a closer edge here. Able to chew and swallow 1. The trick shot. And that's it. Jeff claims yet another victim. I'm starting to fear what his plan is. But now we need to pause and take a look at a lover's quarrel. Mantis versus Loki. The liar versus the empath. Okay, playing pretty far back. We got Pungent Rhyme in an interesting position here. Let's see what he ends up doing with it. Mantis is able to keep themselves alive pretty darn well. He's still chilling. What is he doing back here? Oh, going for the flank. He's going for the flank. He ends up getting 1. Gamer Bean ends up grabbing kills. Okay. Loki lays down the lamps. A whole field of lamps end up coming out. Lokis will soon be able to grab their ults. Oh, more damage. Since grabs a kill on Pungent Rhyme. There's so many Lokis. Look at the group. It's like a freaking can of Lokis over here. A value bundle pack of Lokis. Sergeant Care Bear doing his best to try to keep the team up. He's getting focused down by the Mantises as they are continuing to push their assault. Dinosaur popping the ult, ends up grabbing kill. 2. Can he go for more? He's putting more pressure in on Shook Artist for 3. Right, there's not like a clear ult that you need to counter. Oh, getting some kills. Polytopia getting some big damage as the Mantises are forced to fall back. Team alive. However, the Lokis will not have an ult for quite a while. Polytopia is the closest one to his ult, next to Sergeant Care Bear, both at 70%. He can't, it just can't. Oh, almost gets the kill there. Those fields are crazy, dude. They can't do anything. Look how many there are, dude. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Mantis starting to fall. A lot of the Mantises are dead. And that's it. Mantis, the previous winner of the tournament, is out. In an unprecedented turn of events, the previous winner of the clone tournament is out. Loki moves on. Now we've seen Jeff show how powerful he is against other supports, but now he gets a chance at revenge because he is face to face with his round 1 nemesis, Rocket Raccoon. He's doing a really good job of putting some pressure on them. Gonna have to dive out as some of the Jeffs are trying to keep him alive. Healing going in. Oh, ends up grabbing 1. That's pretty big. Can they get more? More damage going in. J-Con doing a great job of applying pressure here. Moving over here. Ski trying to hold his ground as best he can and goes down. Huge amounts of damage being funneled through. Eviomit running for the background, and the Jeffs get the first point without issue. I'm losing brain cells by the second. Yeah. Ian goes down. P-Lab's in a similarly bad position, ends up going down. However, the BRBs are able to get them back into the fight really quickly. Those BRBs are serving to be a big swing for the Rockets, as the BRBs are able to bring them back. However, they're starting to get some pressure here. They're starting to move the objective, heavily focusing down the ult. Able to get it down pretty quickly without much casualties. Just pouring in the damage where they can. Okay, kills are starting to happen. The BRBs are still keeping most of them up. The Jeffs are moving the point slowly. Slowly, the Jeffs are moving the point. Grabs 2, that's a net positive for them. J-Con does have ult here too. Ult does have ult. Again, not quite what he's looking for. They're struggling to get in here. They're trying so hard. They're in overtime now. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. They've got to stay on point for the rest of this match. Rokarp is currently the only one left on zone versus 6 Rockets. He's being as evasive as he possibly can. Ends up going down. Can any of the Jeffs get back in time? Yes, but just barely. And that is it. Rocket defends his title as the best half-pint size support, and Jeff is out. While all the skirmishing has been raging, Adam has been regenerating, and now he's ready to reclaim his title. But standing in his way is Loki. And the fight begins. Loki's immediately setting up their clones. Starting the firing squad. Gamer gets in a really bad state, barely keeping himself alive, as they're just continuing to funnel in damage. One of the Lokis does actually take the plunge. Setting up to spawn camp Adam is crazy, dude. Okay, another Loki takes the dip. Spamming out damage, popping out the ult. Don't know if it'll matter here. Maybe just to elongate the ult for the damage. Okay, ult's coming down. Dinosaur pops down the ult. Is able to keep most of the team alive. The Immortal Army continues to march forward. Since also has ult. Pops down the ult. Looks like he's just using it to extend his duration. Goes down. Gonna use it for the res. Is just staying right out in the open. Ben Boss having a bit of a hard time. Pops down the runes. Runes go down pretty quickly. Ladies Man goes down. The Adams trying to set themselves up to shut down the swarm of Lokis coming in. Stuckdartis has ult, so does Sense, so does DPC. Let's see if either of them use it here. Let's take a look at a bird's eye view of this fight. The runes still serving to be the major portion of their kit. Look at how many Lokis. This also might double the efforts from the Lokis to stay even more on the zones than they were last time. Ladies Man with a good debate there actually is able to fake them out into thinking that it's a clone. It's a fairly effective strategy here. Vince pops down the ult. Dynonor does have ult, decides to pop from the safety of cover. DPC pops the ult, ends up going down in the process. And that's it, whoa! The Lokis jump off the point just in time. No way, dude, that was so silent. They were off for like a moment. The Atoms are able to hold them off for just a moment. The Lokis jumped off for like a split second. Despite being outnumbered 3-1, Adam moves on. But now he must face one from his own team. It's Guardian versus Guardian. Adam versus Rocket. Realizing that the Atoms have already been moved to the point. Opening fire. Decent damage in, but none of the Atoms are going down here. Trusted Table does have ult. Opening fire, grabs one. Trying to get more. The ult ends up dropping down here. Smubble pops down the ult. They're dropping like flies, but they're coming back. The Reses are bringing them back. They're killing one after the other. One after the other. Amplifier goes down again. They keep dropping. Holy cow. Rockets are grabbing kills left, right, and center. Okay, but the Atoms were able to fully secure all the way up to 99%. The Rockets cannot lose the zone right now. They've got to stay on it. Atoms slowly trying to take this point back. The Rockets are now 85 percentile. Smubble pops down the ult, goes to town, grabs one. Reloading for two. Big damage, not enough for the kill. For three, for four. Reset, it is now 99 to 99. This is anybody's game. Fire Falcon pops out the ult as well. Grabs another, putting damage in. Putting damage in where he can. The damage stacking up and he ends up going down. The Rockets end up taking zone one. Wow. The reverse sweep, insane. Lots of the relays down. They're all kind of grouped up though. That might be bad. Let's see what they end up doing with it. Jeff ends up taking the plunge, but he's able to get right back into the fight. Trusted Table pops down the ult, grabs one. They're slowly starting to take some of these kills. The BRBs are still up though. Amp goes down. There's not a lot of Rockets to take advantage of it though. However, some of the Rockets are securing up kills. Foxmaster goes down as most of them drop as well. Fizzy Geoduck pops down the ult. Rockets first to secure. Still, they continue to contest. 40% Rockets advantage. Inhuman still holding on to ult. Foxmaster does have ult, and Cakelave also has ult too. Okay, Adams starting to take the zone, and they do secure it. Rockets at 50%. Talk about a back and forth here, dude. Damn. Another ult to follow. Opening fire. Grabs one, grabs two. They're both tagged. Oh, but a huge res coming out of Foxmaster. He's able to completely 180 that gunfight. Triple, oh my gosh. Triple amplifiers come out. The Rockets kind of place them all kind of grouped up on top of each other though. The Rockets are able to retake the zone. He not able to quite get it off in time, but he does get the res off the BRB. Most of the BRBs are down. 60%. They're able to grab the secure. Trying to get anything they can right now as the Rockets continue to come back to the zone. Still struggling to hit the little bastard. Oh, Rockets are starting to drop. Atoms are starting to drop. Sia goes down and Adam drops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Another Adam drops. Another Adam drops. The ults. The ults. The ults. Oh. Oh. They gotta go. No. You're kidding me. They gotta go again. You're kidding me. They're still going. And that's it. Wow. Dude, that was the longest match ever. That was insane. Look at the stats, bro. You've got a Rocket with 67, 69 kills. Nice. Congratulations, Rocket. Rocket yet again claims victory. Adam is out for good. We have seen many challengers in this tournament face down their rivals and this is no different. It's time for a run back of Rocket versus Ultron. Rocket's revenge, round 2. The laser beams begin. Rockets have plenty of time in order to build up their ultimates to potentially push in. All right, all of the Ultrons trying to find out. One of the Ultrons is kind of caught out here, a little bit in the lower zone. The healing coming in, able to keep him alive though. Oh, Shrek 3 on VHS. Ends up going down. Gets some of the C9 pressure there, but not enough as the Ultrons continue to clean out one after the other. Rocket after rocket. Damage is coming out, but not enough for the kills. Yeah, and as soon as they overcommit, okay, the ult is out. Rocket has plopped down the ult. Amplifier on the ground. Ultron popping down the ult. Shrek 3 also popping down the ult. Not able to get anything with it. Sergeant Care Bear pops down the ult, is able to actually secure up one of the kills. Oh, and another. Popping down the ult. Oh, big damage. Can he get the kill? Oh, they're struggling so hard to grab the kills on him. Big damage. They're able to get a quarter of the zone on him. Rocket is securing the first zone. Ultron drops the first zone. The ult comes down. The ult countered. The ult's a counter and ends up shutting it down. Another ult's to follow. They don't have a lot of answers for it. They're trying to put in damage where they can. The counter ult again, Skis popping it down. Most of the Ultrons are out of position for ults though. They will not be able to get another ult up. Both teams being forced to full reset. Grabs a kill. Big damage on the second. Not able to grab another. Oh, escaping where you can. Ultron's still able to hold out this zone. Rocket's putting in valiant effort. They've got to secure it up right here, right now, though. 10 seconds left. The ult comes down. Pops down the ult, but it doesn't last very long. More damage as Ultrons continue to pour in. Ian pops down his ult. He's playing in the high ground here, trying to get a little bit closer to the Ultrons. Slowly putting pressure on Ultron. Slowly trying to take it over. Shook Artist putting huge pressure in. He's got to get to the ult in time. Rocket again stalling out. Shook Artist did have the ult, but he goes down. He runs in. He pops down the ult. Ult goes down. Cheese is in a position to potentially get some ult value off if he can just get 20 more %. Bugs popping down the ult, grabs the kill. Ultra also ready to go on the ult. He's trying to finish out the fight. Only one Rocket left, and that is it. Rocket hit an absolute brick wall, and he is eliminated, which means Ultron is guaranteed to join Cloak and Dagger in the grand finals against all the other roles. But now, he has to reclaim his lost throne and rematch with Cloak and Dagger. Who will win? Beaming it down. Opening fire, starting to get some shots in on the Cloak and Dagger. None of them drops so far. Cloak and Dagger moving over to the zone. Damage begins to pour in. Cloak and Dagger easily secure up the first zone. The Cloak and Dagger are struggling to get any closer here. They're just simply playing heals, but they need to be aggressive. They need to start pushing damage and closing this gap. They can't do anything against these targets when they're just using Cloak. Ult comes down from Tina. Big damage, but it's not enough. Secure a kill. Another one to follow. Beastmaster also. Stoic is able to get out the ults. They're now able to play aggressively. They swap over the damage mode and start opening fire. They're able to grab one as they start to go down. Oh, crap. They're trying to contest where they can here, but there's just so much damage down there. There's so much damage. They're starting to... they're all bunched up in the corner here as another ult comes out. Tina's taking big hits and goes down. Galaxy pops down the ult, starts pouring in the cloak damage. More damage begins to follow in. Rogue Carb opens up his ult. Gets lots of hits, but no kills. Neff in a similar position. They're trying to contest as best as they can. Oh, they secure one. Oh, four. Four ends up dropping down. Oh, that's an ace. Holy cow. All of Cloak and Dagger is down. Ult comes down. Stoic Apollo is able to get onto the zone. The Ultrons were able to do it once before. Can they do it again? Alien Slasher finds a kill on Spez. Neffish also goes down. Cloak and Dagger are able to secure the zone and shoot through the ult. Feed My Ult is desperately trying to keep them from taking the zone. And the Cloak and Dagger secures the first area. They do bleed. Getting some shots down. They're trying to focus the nearest target. One of the things that the Cloak and Daggers have naturally is the ability to just simply choose the closest target and punch all of their damage in. The damage is starting to come out. Roadcart pops his ult. Oh, Beast with the flank is actually able to secure the kill, but here comes the ult. Feed My Ult, popping down the ult. Beastmaster's in a potentially bad position here. Ult comes down. Feed My Ult, ready to go. Looking for damage where he can get it. Oh, it's a slaughter. It's a slaughter. Spez also dumping damage in. The Ultrons are starting to learn that they can't counter their ult. Beastmaster running back. Tina goes down. Neff goes down. Spez and Feed My Ult are having to play this long and far approach. There's not a lot that the Cloak and Daggers can do against them out here, though, especially if they have their healing on them. Ultrons might need to use one of their ults in order to bait them out. There it is. Putting damage on, but it's not really going to matter here. Both Feed My Ult and Tina, this is going to be a wasted ult on their part. Roadcarp in a bad position. High damage area here. The Cloak and Dagger ult comes down. Many of the Cloak and Daggers are ready to go on their ults. If the Cloak and Daggers can start to secure kills, it's going to be bad. The domino effect is a really bad time for this. Triple ult coming down. Trying to focus where they can, but it's just not doing anything against those Cloak and Dagger ults. Twice of the amount coming down the field is absolutely covered. Double ults come down. The ults come to counter. Egg Sniffer. The Cloak and Daggers are out of ults though. And the Ultrons are likely to get their ults slightly faster. Beastmaster's doing his best to stay on the zone. Gina is in a bad position here. They have to contest the zone though, which is exactly where the Cloak and Dagger wants them. Beastmaster pops down the ult. Puts big pressure in, big damage, but still is not enough to secure up anything. Galaxy pops out the ult. The overtime continues to tick down. Spez trying to contest the zone. He's soon to drop the follow. This is not looking good, and Cloak and Dagger are your winners. And there you have it. Cloak and Dagger win it all. I'm thinking of expanding the grand finals to be the top 3 winners, which would include Rocket from this series. So let me know if you agree by hitting like on this video, and maybe support us on Patreon if you don't mind. For just $3 a month, it helps keep the channel going and gives you cool exclusive benefits. Bless your faces, and deuces.